All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Angela Rankin, and I'm an instructor at Yoga 8. But I'm really grateful and glad to get to practice with you today. Sheridan's a friend of mine, and I love her blog and her Instagram. So if you're not following her yet, follow her. But today we're going to be doing a flow that is a chaturanga flow. So worried about coming onto your hands or to your wrists, we'll have minimal work on the hands, and we won't be working through the chaturangas like we normally do. Today is about balance. So we are in a season, particularly in this nation and even globally across the world, where we are all trying to survive and get through this pandemic. Today's focus with that balance aspect to the flow is about balance in our faith. It is about balance in our trust and His love for us. So I have a few thoughts that I want to share with us here as we just begin, and I hope you'll be okay with that. But when I was considering this flow and creating this practice for us today, there was a scripture verse that came to my mind. It is Psalm 87:7. One translation says, "All of my are in you." Another translation says it this way. It says, "All of my roots are found in you." When I was thinking through balance and thinking through what it is we need globally, what it is we need nationally, and even in our own lives, is that reality, that understanding that the fountains, the life force of God is present in us and is working all around us at the same time. There's a lot of things going on in life right now that can cause us to feel imbalanced. We can feel kind of strung out. We can feel stressed. We can feel fearful. All of those things are going to cause imbalance in our bodies, in our spirits, in our hearts, in our soul, and even in our minds. So the effort is to bring us back to a place of balance. With balance, and particularly in practice, in asana practice, there is a place of strength and there is a place of surrender. We have to do both for balance to be implemented well and perfectly. We have to engage strength and we have to engage surrender. The creator of Holy Yoga, her name is Brooke Boone. She writes on her perspective in one of her books, balance means. So I'm going to share that with you. Balance requires stamina, focus, and strength. Balance poses develop pose, agility, coordination. They require us to awaken our core muscles and awaken overall awareness. There is strength poses and muscle toning poses. Balance is essential in our faith walk. We have to be willing to give, to find strength, and to find surrender. God calls us to be bold in our walk. He reminds us that we must both be strong and we must surrender. Manifesting that principle in our bodies through physical postures helps us to manifest it in our spiritual lives and in our emotional bodies as well. And this is the big key here. Practice coming back to your reliance on Christ as the very center of your being. Practice your reliance on Christ, the very center of your being. So as we begin today to practice these strength poses and balance, I want to tell you thank you for joining me, and thank you for your hope and your faith in Christ. He is present, and He will bring that balance to you, to me, and He is working in this world to bring balance into this world, to bring strength, and surrender, all at the same time. So, joining me on your mat today, get a towel, maybe some water, and then come to the mat and find child's pose. Balasana is where we will begin. So taking your time to come into child's pose, you can rock back. You can bring the heart forward just a bit. Don't want to stay here too long because hopefully, as much as possible, it'll be a wrist-free practice. Take an inhale here, and then an exhale, sinking hips to heels. Melting forehead to the earth. And taking some deep breaths here. Allow the hands to stretch to the front of the mat and fingertips to press down, and some activation through the arms. You can allow the sides of the shoulders, underneath the arms, and right at the lats to kind of hollow out. Feel the back body. Breathe deep, and through your lower back, relax. Breathing here for 5 good breaths. And taking one more. Begin to inhale and lift up through the core. And coming to your knees, bringing the inner thighs together, sits bones to heels, finding hero pose. It's also called thunderbolt. I like both of those names. Squeezing the inner thighs and being active through the back body, draw the shoulders up towards the ears and hug them down the spine. And take 2 more shoulder rolls. Settling here in hero. Bring the arms up and overhead, inhale. Exhaling through heart center. Bringing the hands into prayer. Inhale, press the arms overhead and look up at the sky. Hold here. Bring the right hand down and expand through the left side body. The sky and open through that bicep shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes to the mat. Inhale to lengthen side body. Gazing up for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, left hand lift. Open up the heart, exhale. Bringing the hands into cactus arms, pinkies to the front of the room, and squeezing shoulder blades behind you. Stay active in your inner thighs. Pull up through your core. 3, 2, 1. Inhale to the center. Exhale, bringing hands back to heart center. Take a bend here. Bring your hands behind you and bow your forehead to the earth. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale and lift back up. Exhale, roll shoulders down. This time, we're going to come up on the knees. Arms sweep out to the side. Inhale to lift. Exhaling through heart center. Taking the legs hip distance apart. Those inner thighs should be engaged. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale through heart center, sinking hips back. Squeezing inner thighs and hovering here. Inhale, press the arms up. Exhale, bring the right hand down towards the earth or towards your hip. Reach that left arm over. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, right arm lift. Exhale, left hand comes down to the hip or to the earth. Reaching right arm over. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, left arm. And open up the heart. Exhale, push the hips forward. This time, as you open up that heart, maybe bring those hands to the back. So right here at the small of the back, top point of the hips, squeeze through your gluteal fold and lift up. 5, 4, 3, take a deep breath. Exhale, coming back to center and forward fold. Maybe rocking side to side here in your forward fold and neutralizing your spine. Maybe being still. On your inhale, begin to lift back up. Exhale through heart center. Inhale, arms overhead. And we're deepening that back bend, bringing hands behind you, lean back, fingertips to the earth, and press the heart up towards the sky. Loop shoulders open, squeeze your glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, lower hips to the earth. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take a fold, bring the hands behind. Child's pose or embryo, rocking side to side for 3, 2, 1. Inhale and begin to lift back up. Exhaling to neutral spine. Coming into tabletop position. We won't be long on the wrists today. Take an inhale in strong tabletop, pulling the belly in. Extend your right leg. Reach your left arm out, spinal balance. Biceps should be at the ear. Engage right inner thigh. Press through right heel. The leg should come straight back. Inhale. Exhale, hug elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hug. Inhale, reach out and hold. Release to the earth. Exhale. Extend the left leg. Right arm out, spinal balance. Bicep at the ear. Engaging the inner thigh, left side. Keep pressing back. Take an inhale. Exhale, hug elbow to knee, curling in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hug. Inhale, reach. And release to the earth. Exhale. Circle through those hips and maybe rock side to side or come to child's pose. We're coming to our sits bones. Cross your ankles behind you. Bring your sits bones through and your legs to the front of your mat. Sits bones. Take an inhale, lean back, lift up through the chest, and then balance up on your sits bones. We've already worked balance poses today with spinal balance and now in boat. Option to keep your toes to the earth. Keep squeezing your inner thighs. Take an inhale here and lift up through the chest. Pushing down through the sits bones, energetically active through the inner thighs, but keep the collarbones open. You have 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms up and overhead. Extend the toes or the feet and keep reaching with some energy. Strong balance here as you root down into those sits bones. 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, bringing the legs down, and then lengthen out with control. Find that strong balance, center of the body. 5, 4, 3, 2, lower all the way to the earth. Hug your knees to your chest. Inhale. Exhale, extending left leg. Right leg hugs in, single leg stretch. Switch out, exhale, right leg comes out, left leg comes in, single leg stretch. Take one more each side, right and left. Coming back into center, exhale. Bring the feet to the earth, palms down. Press into the feet. Inner thighs are strong and engaged. Take an inhale, lift the hips. Squeeze the glutes and press the hips up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, lower to the earth. Take an inhale, hug your knees to your chest. We're going to rock up into boat pose. Inhale, rocking back and forth. You can cross your feet and rock with the feet crossed. You can keep those feet parallel and rock up. You're going to see me struggle in balance work today because it's hard for everybody. Take a breath here and lift up. Finding boat. Moving into boat bicycle. Extending the left leg, bring the arms up, create a diamond, and then bring the hands down. Tap the right knee, and then tap the left. And tap, and tap, tap, tap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees to the chest and tighten up. Still on those sits bones and balancing up. Try to avoid falling back, but it's not easy. So keep your perspective. Remember, balance isn't easy, but it's worth it. We need God's strength and His help. Jesus is the one that supplies what we need when we are at our very end. Taking a breath here, point your toes. All right, a little more challenge here in case you needed it. We're going to roll back and roll up and see if you can plant your feet and lift up into chair pose, trying to avoid the hands on the earth. Just have fun with it and laugh at yourself, okay? So here we go, roll back, or laugh at me if you need to, okay? So back and forth, and then here we go. Angela, up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, the sits bones down, roll back. We're doing it again, yes. Take one more right here, roll, and then up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, take a big inhale to stand. All the way tall in mountain pose, Tadasana, and then exhale, release down. Stepping the feet in to parallel, you can have your big toes together, or you can have your feet hip distance apart right underneath your hips. Take an inhale, lift up. Exhale through heart center chair pose. Hopefully you feel some of that heat in the body. Inhale, arms overhead. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Exhale into flight. Pressing arms back and shoulders open with energy. Inhale to stand, sweep arms up. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes down, side bend. Left arm lifts and lengthens. 3, 2, 1. Right arm lifts up. Exhale, left hand comes down, side bend. Gaze at the sky, lengthening right side. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, open up the heart. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale to the center. Exhale through heart center, chair pose. Hands at the heart, step the feet out wide. Press down into the legs and feel that strength engage. Pull up through the belly and aim tailbone down. Inhale, arms overhead, like you're holding a beach ball. You'll feel the spinal erectors start to work for you. So if your back starts to for you, bring your hands to heart center to your hips. 3, 2, 1. Inhale to stand. Exhale, sink down. Press through your feet, lift your toes as you sink into your chair. Inhale up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. And take one more. Inhale up. Exhale, sink. sink. Bring those arms back into flight. This time press palms to the front of the room and loop shoulders open. Inhale to stand, raise the arms. And exhale, release. Turn the toes to the outer edges of your mat. So toes come to the outer edges. We're coming in to a sumo squat, or it's goddess pose. There's so many names for it. Take an inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, goddess pose. So heels should be directly underneath the knees. Taking a breath here, engage your inner thighs, lift your torso, direct your shoulders to the back of your mat. You might feel like you're going to pitch back. If you do, that means you're doing it right. 4, 3, 2, inhale up, exhale, sun pose. Inhale, lift, exhale, goddess. This time, look at the sky. Can you keep tucking that tailbone down, the pelvis towards the front of the room? 3, 2, 1, inhale up, exhale, sun pose. Inhale overhead, and exhale through heart center. Turn the toes to the front and then pigeon toe the feet in. Heels to the outer edges, and allow the arches of your feet to lift off of the mat. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, bring your hands behind you, lace your fingers, lift up through the chest. We're taking forward fold here. Option to stay right here in this position if you like this. Option to lead with your heart. Elongate the spine and let the chest open up as you come to that fold. Breathe. Keep the knees soft and allow the spine to expand. Press into your feet, bend your knees, begin to push up, lifting the torso and the core all the way tall, using the knuckles of the hands to direct your body to stand. Unlace those fingers, take an inhale, step in, exhale, back in to mountain pose. Finding your chair pose as you push those hips back. Inhale, raise the arms. So your chair should be narrow this time. As you raise those arms or have your hands at heart center, shift your weight to your right foot, lift your leg. Bring your left foot down, shift your weight, and lift your right. And bring it down. Release into mountain pose. We are going to add chair to knee up. We will do 4 on each side. Inhale up, exhale, sink, left leg lift, and down. Go ahead and use those arms with this work. Inhale, and take one more, driving up and releasing. Hold, shift the weight. Inhale, lift, right leg lift. Inhale up, exhale. 2 more, and 1 more. Holding here. Raise the arms. We're coming to a back lunge with a lift. Bring the hands into flight. Shift your weight to your right foot, left leg up and step back. So float that toe if you can. Take an inhale here, extend the leg and lift. Pressing through your heel for 4 and 3, 2, 1. Hold. Reach your arms to the front and knee pull in. 4, 3. Find that power and find that surrender. Take 1 more. Extend out. Bring the hands to the sides of the body. Bring your left knee up. Exhale. Hold. Crane pose. Move into standing staff. Extend out. Raise the arms up. It's getting harder, but it should, because hard is what helps change us. All right, so cactus arms for 3, 2, 1. Inhale overhead. Bring the hands to heart center, stay with it. And then release down, bringing left foot down and through that right leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale through chair pose. Taking a breath here. Lift up that right leg, bring the arms into flight, and then begin to float that right foot back. Soft bend on the left leg. Take an inhale, power to that back foot. Inhale and lift. Tap the toe down and lift. 2, 1. Hold that lift. Focus your power to your inner thigh on the left side. Raise your arms. Reaching out with power. Now knee pull in. Engage your abdominals. Pull it in for 4 and 3. Working slow and with control. Use the transverse abs. Take 1 more. Extend out. Moving into standing staff. Push through your stabilizer leg and lift your right leg up. Tall in that staff. Extend. So this is standing staff. 5, 4, 3, 2, woo, and open up those arms. Cactus arms for 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale. Release. Pedal it out on the left side. Moving back into the right leg, lift the knee, hands at heart center. Power on that left side. We're coming into a curtsy lunge. Take your right leg back and then step your right toe behind you at an angle. Your left foot should be coming straight forward or slightly towards the outer edge of the left side of the mat. Sink down and then press up. Sink down and press up. Sink down and press and sink and press. Hold your curtsy lunge. Inhale, arms overhead, and then open up. Take your left arm underneath your right, bind up or grab your shoulders. Take an inhale, exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. 2 more. Exhale. And 1 more. Exhale. Begin to unbind. Open up with power, energy through the hands. Shift your weight to the inner thigh, left side. Take your right leg up. Coming back into crane. Open up the hip and take 1 more. Bring the right leg down. Exhale, center. We're moving into curtsy, left side. Plant your right foot. Inhale, exhale, so lifting that leg. Taking a breath and growing, and then stepping left foot back at an angle behind you. Checking in with that front leg, making sure the knee is stacked right over the heel, and that toe is either straight forward or slightly at an angle to the right side of the mat. Inhale up, exhale, sink. Inhale, exhale. We're taking the arms into eagle arms. Take an inhale, lift and hold. Bring the right arm underneath the left, taking that bind or grabbing your shoulders if it's tight for that bind. Lift those elbows. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. In balance work and even in life, often we can feel like things are restricting us. But in asana practice, purposefully choose restriction, hold here, to help us engage with control and with peace, with trust. Begin to unbind, open up those arms, shift your weight to the right foot, Begin to lift your left. Ooh, trail it up if you can. Open up the hip and bring. Exhale. Pedaling out and breathing deep. Take an inhale, raise the arms. It feels so good to unbind, but sometimes we need those binds. Sink into your chair pose. We need the binds to help us remember that we aren't trapped. We have trust. Trust is the way through. It's the way out. Holding chair pose with flight. Inhale, lift your left leg up, shifting the weight to the right foot. Exhale, start to take your left leg back, stepping back into a high crescent lunge. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the left glute and push your power into your right inner thigh, right toe. We're coming to warrior three. Start to lengthen forward. Now really lift up, push the ground away, and lift through that left foot. 5, 4, 3. Inhale, take your left leg up and through to the front. Moving into full eagle pose. Bring your left arm underneath your right or grab your shoulders. Take your left leg over your leg. Find a kickstand or a bind. You can hook the toe behind you for that bind. You can find a kickstand here. Sink down into chair pose and lift the elbows. Stack shoulders, rib cage right over hips. 3, 2, 1. Begin to inhale up. Exhale, unbind and release down. Shifting to the right side, power to the left. Inhale up, sink into chair. Exhale. Bring the hands into flight, press back. Shift your weight to the left, raise your right leg up, inhale to stand. Exhale, slowly softening through that left leg, take that right foot back, and then set the toe down. As you set the toe down with control, you engage your left inner thigh. Lift up the arms in crescent lunge. 5, 4, 3. All right, we're moving to warrior three. Power to that stabilizer front leg. Bend in, inhale, lift and launch. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Take your right leg up and through to the front. Crane pose. Now open up. Bring the right arm underneath your shoulders and take a bind or grab your shoulders. And then begin to sink into your eagle pose. You can bind the toe. You can bring the toe to the earth. Ooh, I'm taking a kickstand today. Always remember, modifications are not cheats. Modifications are strength and process. So don't be afraid of modifications. There's no shame. There's only strength and process because everything belongs. Take an inhale and lift up. Exhale, unbind and release. Shaking it out. We have our last kind of strong flow. It's a balance flow that we're going to do next. We're going to connect balance poses. So maybe grab some water. I'm starting to just drip some sweat here. That means it's a good practice. All right. Maybe grab a drink of water. Okay. So, stepping the feet out nice and wide. We're going to take some balance lower to the ground for just a second, and then we're going to come back up high. So those feet are out nice and wide. Go ahead and take the toes to the outer edges of the mat. And take an inhale here and lower down, and then shift the weight side to side. And start to lift through that heel. Okay, so we're going to start to come down now. So keep that spine lifted. You want to lengthen through the top part of the spine, so the solar plexus. Take an inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Now bend your knees and shift your weight. So low lunge, shifting to the left side. This is my left. It might be your right, but this is my left. And then back to the center and shift to the opposite side. You want to keep the spine long. You don't want to hunch in. You want to keep lifting up through your heart, rooting down through your tailbone. And then to the other side. All right, so now we're going to come into Skandasana. So it's half yogi squat. Shift your weight to the back of your mat, your right or your left. Bring your elbow into your knee. Start to lengthen through that leg that's extended out, and then hands to heart center. You can come up also on your toe if you want, if that's a little more of a challenge, or foot all the way to the earth, taking a deep breath and finding some peace in the tension. We dwell with tension, and in that space of tension, we find the love story. Let's remember that. Bringing the body back to the center and shifting side to side. Now we're coming to the opposite side. I just like saying the word Skandasana. Okay, so elbow to the inside of that thigh, pushing the hip open or helping to stabilize. And then hands at heart center. You can have the full foot down. You can lengthen through the foot on the opposite side. You can come up on your toe. I'm a little fatigued today, so I'm going to keep my foot down. Always listen to your body. 3, 2, 1, and back to center. Side to side. We're going to come up. Press power into your feet, so energy down. Lengthen your spine forward, half lift here. Bring the arms out to the sides. Pull your belly in, soften through your knees, and lift all the way up. Inhale. Exhale through heart center. Step your feet in and come back to the front of your mat. Shifting your weight to your right foot. Inhale, arms up, lift your left leg up. Exhale. Taking that left leg back, warrior 3. Inhale, lifting back up. Long staff, extend out. Exhale, open up the arms. Bring the left arm underneath the right, bind up. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 3 with eagle arms. Woo. Keep pushing energy forward, aiming left hip down. Now we're intensifying a little more. We're coming in to eagle pose. Inhale up, left leg comes over, and left toe to the earth, or to a bind. Push the hips low, lift the elbows, and stack spine over the right ankle. 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale, focus. Lift up. Exhale, extend back, warrior 3 with eagle. Now, taking another breath. Curtsy lunge, left leg steps back behind the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. And last one. Exhale. Unbind. Bring the hands out to heart center to your hips. Swing that left leg back up and bring it in. Release and release through the right side. So we're creating a lot of strength in the foot on the right side and on the left in these balance poses. So if you find your foot cramping up, you've got a lot of muscles that are working for you. Inhale, shift your weight to your left, raise your right leg up, grow through that pose. Balance work is about lifting higher and being strong in that lift. So strong staff. Now warrior 3. Inhale, strong staff. Right arm comes underneath the left. Bind up, eagle arms. Whew. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior 3 with eagle. So when you wobble, it's actually about the body becoming stronger. It's not because you're weak. It's because your body is trying to gain strength. So maybe shift some perspective. All right, here we go. Take an inhale, lift back up. And eagle pose. Right leg comes over, taking that bind. and settling in. Stacking shoulders right over that left foot. Ooh, I'm wobbling today. Must be trying to gain some strength today. All right, we're going to begin to release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it right back. And then curtsy lunge. Soften through that left knee, step the right foot back. Lunge down, and then lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Take 2 more. All right, so hold here. Begin your unbinding. Exhale. Hands to the hips or heart center. Shift your weight to that left foot. Begin to lift up through the right. Bring your right foot down and pedal it out. Way to go, everyone. Okay, so that was our flow. But now we have a connected movement of balance work. So let's take a second here, reset through our mindset here, through our perspective. It was Brooke Boone who talked about practicing coming back to our reliance on Christ as the very center of our being. And then it's Psalm 87:7 that says, all my roots are in you. So we're in Holy Week, and as Easter approaches, we get to remember that the cross of Christ took a stand against every form of suffering that we deal with. And the cross of Christ testifies that we can have peace. And not just peace, but great and eternal love that forever offered us a change. No matter what we're facing, and no matter how we feel, our worth and our value, and the fact that God is moving towards mankind is real. And we can stake our balance on that. Rooting down into the feet. Take an inhale, raise your arms. Exhale to open. Shift your weight and raise your right leg up. It might be your left leg. Open up through the hip. And now bring the leg into tree pose. Calf muscle, kickstand, or inner thigh. So really grow through your stabilizer leg. And like I said, balance work is about lift. It's about strength and that power, that lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to connect this. Open up the arms. Now bring the right leg in, or whatever leg you're working. Bring your hand up and then down your shin. Tuck your foot. Tuck your glute, your heel into your glute, and aim your knee down. Inhale, raise your opposite arm. Soften through your stabilizer leg, excuse me, and take a breath. You are in option to extend forward and kick back. Woo. But play with it and see how you feel. Avoid opening up the knee. Keep aiming your knee down. You have 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting back up to center. Exhale, release down. Bring that leg to the earth, and then inhale, raise the arms. Exhale to open, raise up the left leg. It might be your right, but open up the hip. Option to circle that hip if you like. Roll those shoulders down, and then begin to come into tree pose. Either kickstand or inner thigh or calf muscle, but avoid the knee. Keep the hips square and grow your tree. 5, 4, 2, exhale, release. Close your hip. Hold the leg up, raise up the same arm as the leg and bring it down your shin. Hug your glute, or hug your heel to your glute, and then lift up through the right side. Start to extend through the back arm and press power to the back hand. Take an inhale and exhale. Ooh, reach forward. So as you do, find that extension. You can reach straight forward. You can bring a thumb and forefinger together. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Whoops, I lost it. And then bring it in. Exhale, bring it down. Okay, strengthening that